David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. And you have fucked me over again, cunts. 4 messages this week from people saying I'll send you a story tomorrow. One person even an hour ago, as I'm scrounging around looking for a fucking story, sends me a message in real time saying I'm drunk. I'll send you a story tomorrow. Thank you. That's what happens. That's what happens when you put your faith in a bunch of degenerate alcoholics. They'll just fucking turn their back on you and just keep drinking. Nice knowing you, cunt. I've been thinking about drinking constantly lately. I've been thinking about this COVID party. It's probably going to be the last good party ever. Could I just let myself off the hook for a few days? Just the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe the Monday morning, then into a little bit of Tuesday, then fucking kick on to Wednesday, and then it's Thursday again, so you might as well keep fucking drinking. See, that's what would happen. That is 100% what would happen. I would go so fucking hard too. I would take every last fucking cent of my retirement money and blow it in 4 days. I tell you what I have been missing, that just keeps on popping up in my head. That last bender I went on, there was like a fucking 12-hour drive to Broken Hill, middle of nowhere. But that last fucking hour and a half, 2 hours was just straight road. You could see the fucking horizon the whole time, and we were gunning it at like 150. I was hammered in the passenger seat. I'd been drinking for like 5 hours. And then my mate, the driver, he's like, fuck it, let's drink. And he cracked open some booze and we just partied in that car for the last 2 hours of that drive. Music cranking, piss stops every 20 minutes, cigarettes, and just fucking pure joy. Anyway, fuck, let's stop talking about that. That's getting me way too amped. Alright, anyway, it's fucked up Friday and you cunts have fucked me again. You're getting another Boyle special today. It's not a special, it's just a fucking whatever. It's the only one I can fucking remember at the moment. I don't even want to fucking tell it. If I could think of any other story, I would tell you that. But my mind is the same as my body. It's in lockdown at the moment. It's not operating to its full capacity. So I'll just tell you the only story that's in my head at the moment. Alright, fuck you. Fuck you all. How's that? I'm getting angry at you all, y'all, because you're not doing my job for me. Alright. So I was hanging out with a good mate of mine who back in the day was a bit of a fucking lady killer. He was always picking up. And I wouldn't say he was overly good looking either. He's kind of good looking, I suppose. He was better back then. Now he looks a little bit like my index finger after I dropped the hoist on it and broke it in 2 places. If you put his photo and my broken finger next to each other, you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. But he could always get girls. Fuck, he could get girls. And this is pre-fucking Tinder and Bumble and shit, man. This is when you had to pick up at bus stops and in line for welfare checks. Alright, this is an example of how good he was. He was working as like a fucking carpet cleaner, steam carpet cleaner. He had no fucking idea what he was doing. He just had a steam cleaner vacuum and they would send him somewhere. He was doing that for about 4 weeks and ended up shagging about 3 girls. There were steam cleaners there that had been doing it for fucking 12 years and never got a sniff. This fucking cowboy comes in, cleans up 3 in a month with a real bad coke problem too. So I'm out drinking with this mate at the bar he was working at the time, and we are getting fucked up. I can barely remember what happened that night. I was completely fucked. The details of the night are a little bit scratchy. But later on that night, he invites a girl who had met a couple of days before to come out and have a drink with us. So she arrives and she's got a friend there too. And her friend on sight fucking hates me for some reason. Like it was inexplicable. Even my mate and her friend were like, why does she fucking hate you so much? What did you say to her? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't care. So we're all sitting there drinking. Then my mate was like, oi, do you want to go back with them? They've got a hotel for the night and they've got a bunch of booze back at their hotel. I'm like, are they even going to want me back there? Seriously? He's like, no, come, it'll be all fucking sweet. So it comes to the end of the night. This bitch has been hating me the whole fucking time. My mate's hooked up with this other girl. I don't give a shit what's going on as long as there's booze. We get to the hotel, and for whatever reason, my mate and the girl he was hooking up with went up in the elevator first, and I was down there maybe having a cigarette or something, and I was stuck with this bitch that hated me. And I would like to emphasize this even more. She fucking hated me. She wouldn't fucking talk to me. I didn't care either. I wasn't even trying to talk. I was just ignoring the situation. So I think I might have finished my cigarette or whatever. I can't even remember. And we jump in the elevator and, how to say this tactfully? Like I say anything tactfully. She didn't hate me anymore. She did a 180 on that hate. And from the ground floor to level 9, she did not hate me at all. And then the doors open and we leave the elevator and she hates me again. I'm like, who gives a shit? We go into the hotel room. They have booze, so I start drinking. I end up passing out on the floor. Just flat out on the floor. Gone. The next memory I have is in the morning, my mate going, Boyle, wake up, man, wake up. I'm like, what the fuck? Where the fuck are we? He's like, man, it's not good. It's not good. I'm like, all right, just quickly, where the fuck are we? He's like, we're in that fucking hotel. Remember the girls last night? That girl hated you. You passed out pretty much as soon as you got into the room. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, so where are they? He's like, man, it's pretty fucked. I'm like, what, man? What? What happened? He's like, last night we were banging in the dark and it started to get like wet down there. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And so I turned on the light and there's fucking blood everywhere. I'm like, oh, she was on her rags. Who gives a fuck? He's like, nah, it's bad, man. I don't know what the fuck it is. There was so much. I'm like, yeah, whatever. What are we doing? He's like, no, seriously, can you take a look at this and tell me what you think? And he pulls back the blanket and the sheets are like a fucking murder scene. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's not good. That's not good at all, man. I don't know what the fuck that is, but that is not good any way you cut it. He's like, no shit, right? I'm like, where the fuck is she? He's like, she just woke up this morning, fucking freaked, gave me $200 and just fucking left, said, can you please pay the hotel for me? I'm like, just wind it back a bit. Wind it back a bit. She gave you what? He's like, $200 to pay for the hotel. What, in cash? He's like, yeah, it's on the counter over there. I'm like, fuck yeah. You got to understand, we were broke. He's like, no fucking way, Boyle. No fucking way we're doing that. I'm like, what? Doing what? He's like, we're paying for the hotel. I'm not fucking stealing her money. I'm like, what are you talking about steal? Look, man, look. What's the time, 9 a.m.? What time do we have to be out here? Like 10, 11 a.m.? Look, man, let's just relax. Let's enjoy this hotel. There's still some booze left. Let's have a couple of drinks. Let's just enjoy this time together, man. Here, have a drink. So we started drinking, then I just started planting seeds. I'm like, she'll have her credit card connected to this. They don't even let you stay in these hotels unless it's connected to a credit card. He's like, no fucking way, Boyle. No way. We're not doing it. I'm like, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's connected to a credit card. That's all. Do you want another drink? Have another drink. I'm like, do you like this girl? Like, are you ever going to see this girl again? Like, do you plan on having a relationship with her or even like meeting up again? What's your plan with this girl? He's like, I don't know. I just sort of met her. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So you never want to see her again. So you don't care if you never see her again. Do you want another drink? Yeah, we might as well. Then I'm like, let's have a little look at the minibar, see what's going on in there. He's like, no, Boyle, we're not doing it. I'm like, look, we won't take the money. We'll pay for the thing. Just let me have one drink from the minibar. I love gin. Let me have a gin. So I got myself a gin and I got him a vodka from the minibar. And once we'd broken the seal, it was fucking over. That minibar was cleared out. I drank the Gatorade. I drank the Diet Coke. I was pouring the lemonade down the sink just to rack up some extra bills. We were eating cashews, potato chips, fucking everything. It didn't take very long before he's like, how good's life, man? I just got laid. I'm sitting here eating cashew nuts with my best mate. We're drinking, and I just made $200. I'm like $100 each. $100 each, yeah? Then once everything was cleared out of the minibar, we took we took 100 each and unleashed it onto the city of Sydney. And then for the next month, he had her calling and messaging and abusing the fuck out of him. It's a fucking dog act. I'm sorry. If I was at AA, I'd track you down and say sorry. It was my idea. All right, I didn't really want to tell that story, but when you're in a jam, you know, got to do what you got to do. All right, that's me done for tonight. Subscribe to the podcast, rate, review it, add me on social media, and for fuck's sake, send me in a fucked up Friday story. You've got one fucking week to do it. See you the fuck later.